Hi everyone, my name is Anna and welcome to this session of the Miami Real Estate Whiteboard. The question I'm tackling today is how does one find returns in what is generally speaking a low yield environment? Now I often get asked by individual investors, where should I invest? What should I buy next? Let's say somebody has some cash, they've gone liquid, and they ask me, what should I buy? Are there any good opportunities in the market? Now these are often people who have previously bought condos, and perhaps they've had some success with these condos. They bought them, years ago at the low, and they rode them up and they sold them. So they ask me this now, and as I've outlined in my previous post, the condo situation here is not the best. We're in a situation where inventory keeps climbing and where volume keeps dropping. So I can't advocate that these people redeploy and buy more condos. So then they start asking me all sorts of different questions. Oftentimes they'll ask me, well, what about REITs? Aren't REITs a better, more diversified way to get into the real estate market? Well, perhaps. Generally, yes. And I'm sure there's some great REITs out there. But one thing that I will point out, though, is that REITs have a very strong positive correlation with the stock market. Historically, they're between about 0.6 and 0.7. 0.6 and 0.7 correlation, which is a very positive one. If you look at this chart here, this is REITs going back to 1973 to today. We can see, generally speaking, between 0.6 and 0.7, and the correlation low, was right here in about 2000. At about 0.2. And what was happening in 2000? Well, that was the crazy days of the tech boom when the stock market was a bit nuts. So that was the low correlation, and since then we've been back to about between 0.6 and 0.7. So I'm mentioning this because if we look at the general stock market, we're at stock market valuation multiples that historically have always led to periods of negative to low returns over the next 10 years. So if you believe that analysis, then you should practice caution investing in REITs, because should there be a significant dip in stocks, REITs will be affected. So what about Treasuries? Well, the 30-year note is paying 2.7% as of now, June 2017. So that's not so great. Also, you're not protected against inflation. So should inflation rise above 2.7 while you're holding this bond, you're out of luck. All right, so what's one to do? Is there any silver lining in all of this? A better way to deploy capital to actually make some money? Well, it's still possible to find commercial real estate here in Miami that without any leverage will get you a 5 cap. There are solid income producing properties out there that will get you that return. And also a positive to buying small freestanding commercial structures here in Miami is that as the city continues to grow and develop, if you own the land, you have future potential benefit from upzoning or getting acquired by larger developers who want to piece together parcels, things like this. And in the meantime, you're getting some income. Another thing to think about is where are there shortages in the city. So we see that condos, especially high-end condos, are really getting hurt, but the city actually has a shortage of affordable housing. Now I have one client who I won't reveal his name, but when he listens to this, he'll know I'm talking about him, who gets an excellent return on Section 8 housing. There is a Section 8 shortage in Miami, and he's getting about a 10 cap on his properties, I think. It's nuts. I almost didn't believe it until I saw it. Miami has a severe shortage of these properties, and should you buy a multifamily building and convert it to Section 8, you get money straight from the government, they pay above market, and you get, generally speaking, ladies with kids, single moms with kids who don't want to move, so they're pretty good tenants. So that's one way to get a very good return in the market today, get government money for it, and hold the building, getting income, and then potentially get some upzoning or acquisition benefits in the future as Miami continues to grow. So there's still options out there, and as I said before, you just need to know where to look. All right, drop me a line if you have any questions. I'd love to talk further.